What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from Prurient entitled Frozen Niagara Falls. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with who Prurient is, that is the pseudonym alias of a guy by the name of Dominic Furno. He is the main person behind this project, and he is a very prolific and prominent figure when it comes to noise music and its very crazy and unique sort of stylings. I mean, I've spoken a great deal on here about how much I enjoy harsh noise and power electronics. I would say someone like Dominic Furno is very influential and pioneering in those sort of music styles, just creating a wild array of noises, pulsations, and just committing them to tape, and just making a wild and crazy discography. I would often consider him to be the American answer to Masami Akita, otherwise known as Merzbow. Just a wildly creative mindset, and he has such an expansive, immense discography, so much to talk about. But I mean, it's crazy how far Prurient has come along over the years. But as of lately, he has been incorporating not only just harsh noise and power electronics in his current sound, but he has taken a bit more of an ambitious sort of direction, including elements of dark wave, industrial, dark ambient into some of his later recordings. I mean, he even has some additional projects and has been involved in other projects that incorporate dark wave or dark ambient or synth related things. I mean, take another one of his projects like Vatican Shadow, or his time in bands like Ashpool and Cold Cave. Just some really amazing stuff. And of course, as I mentioned before, he has a ton of great releases under his moniker. To think of a few: The History of AIDS, Cocaine Death, Many Jewels Surround the Crown, Time Began in a Garden, to even the later 2000 stuff like 2011's Bermuda Drain and the Time Zero EP, his 2012 split with Justin K. Broderick, and even 2013's Through the Window. Just some amazing stuff. Just a very crazy mind this guy has. But now we enter the latest entry into Prurient's discography, and I would say that out of everything that Prurient has done, this is probably the most ballsy and the most ambitious project he's done yet. It's pretty much a double album. It's 16 tracks, and combined total it comes in at around 91 minutes in length. So you're going to have to strap yourself for this one. You're going to have to strap yourself in for this one. This is going to be not only a listening experience, but a journey into the mind and into the soul. That's what it feels like when you pop in the first disc of this record. And then once you get done with that into the second disc, you're going to be in for even more craziness and twists and turns that you don't see coming. I'll try to explain this as best as I possibly can. The first disc is pretty much what you would normally expect from a Prurient record. You get the instances of harsh noise, buzzing electronics, great synth work, and a lot of crazy shouted vocals. But then in another instance, you get instrumentations that definitely bring forward the dark wave and dark ambient side of Prurient. I mean, you hear it on songs like Dragonflies to Sew You Up, and even an instrumental song like Jester in Agony. It feels as though I'm listening to a lost score from a David Lynch movie. I mean, that's the kind of feel and emotion I get when I listen to some of these instrumental songs. It sounds beautiful to listen to. I love that aspect of Prurient's sound. But of course, as I mentioned before, you get the best of both worlds of Prurient on the first disc of this record. You get the pulsating vibes and instrumentations, the synth, the way every song is programmed and delivered. It just is amazing to listen to. I love the vocal delivery by Dominic Furno here. His distinctive shouting and screaming, it really is, it digs at you, and it makes you want to pay attention and want to know more, especially with this album's lyrical content and themes. It really is dark and chaotic sort of stuff, but only a guy like Dominic Furno could pull that off. And with the first disc of the record, you get the full-on experience of what Prurient feels like. But then we move on to the second disc of this record. Once again, you get the instances of what Prurient is best known for. The instances of harsh noise, power electronics, and then dark wave and dark ambient. But you get a little bit of guitar work being done here. You get a little bit of acoustic moments being represented on here. You hear it on songs like Green Point and the closing track of this record, I want to say, Christ Among the Broken Glass. Just the inclusion of guitar definitely adds more of a meaningful structure and balance to what this album already feels like. And of course, when you get to the vocal parts of this record, you get the additional spoken word elements, and pretty much kind of like how you would have heard it on Bermuda Drain. Some of the spoken word elements come in on here. They sound great. The sampled moments sound great too. Of course, you get the chaotic screaming and harsh vocal patterns that Dominic does here. It's a joy and a wonder to listen to. I mean, you have great songs like Cocaine Daughter and Falling Mask. I want to say Falling Mask is one of the shortest tracks on here, but you get so much out of the 2 minutes that are on that song. It's really mind-blowing. Even the title track, it's done in 2 parts, but once you get all of them together, it really makes for something incredibly marvelous. So overall, if you're a fan of old Prurient or new Prurient, or if you're a fan of harsh noise, if you're into dark ambient, this is a project to be listening and be looking out for. This is something that could most likely transcend extreme music, not for just metal fans, but for fans of electronic music or extreme experimental stuff. I mean, Dominic Furno's a genius. He is a mad scientist, and he creates another work of art here with Frozen Niagara Falls. So, if I had to pick any favorite tracks going across the 2 discs, I would definitely have to say Dragonflies to Sew You Up, Every Relationship, Earthrise, A Sorrow with a Braid, Jester in Agony, Green Point, Cocaine Daughter, Falling Mask, and Christ Among the Broken Glass. So, I'm going to leave you a link in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will link you to the Profound Lore Records Bandcamp page where you can stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can buy it digitally, and it is available in a very beautiful 2-disc, very stocky looking digipack here, very heavyweight style. You see Dominic Furno on the back. You open it up. You get some good spot gloss on the digipack here. I'm going to show you something right here. You take out this, you open it, and you have the 2 CDs. You have a happy face and a sad face, like theater masks. Really great packaging, and you get 2 separate booklets here. You get 2 separate booklets here with additional artwork and photography and lyrics, and the same can be said for the second booklet that's being shown here. Additional artwork, lyrics, credits, photography, artwork. It's just amazing stuff. This is an amazing album, and probably the big statement that Prurient has been wanting to make for a very long time now. So, let me show you the album again. This is Frozen Niagara Falls by Prurient. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Definitely check this out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. This is incredible if you are into any electronic experimental music. If you're a metal fan, you probably will find something incredible and unique about this. This may not be for everybody, but I certainly enjoy it, and I hope you do too. So support Prurient. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Army Ho out.